1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
Okay, the big question then that investigation raises, do private hospitals discriminate against the poor? This is true of any city, some would say, in the country. Joining us now, one of the country's foremost cardiologists, Devi Prasad Shetty from the Narayan Hridayalaya, joins us from Bangalore. Ajay Kumar, former president of the Indian Medical Association, joins us from Patna. KK Agarwal, President, Healthcare Foundation of India, joining us from the National Capital. And Sriram Khanna, Managing Trustee of Consumer Voice, joining us. Let me come to all of you and ask you your first comments to what you've seen. First to you, Mr. KK Agarwal, President, Healthcare Foundation. You're from Delhi. What do you have to say to what you've seen? Hospitals are turning back poor patients even though they have free beds.
Who are committed to provide free service, they will have to provide free service. And those, even if those people, those who have not got a concessional land, they may refuse because they are not obliged to give a care to the poor unless there is an emergency.
But all these private hospitals got land at concessional rates. A part of giving them that concessional land was that they would be that 20% of the beds would be for the poor. The beds are there free, and as that investigation is showing, the doctors still don't give them the beds.
I'm saying if there is a commitment at the time of allotment of land, then they will have to obey that. I mean, no doctor will say that they are not with them. The law is very clear. If they have committed, they will have to provide a free service. But the matter is still in the High Court. The High Court has to come out. The dispute which is going in, apart from the bed, do they need to provide medicine, free devices and all? That dispute is still in the court, but there is no dispute that if they have a free bed earmarked for poor people, they will have to provide it to that.
But, Mr. Ajay Kumar, former president of the IMA, what do you have to, this is a clear indication of bias. The way they were talking to those people who came in, as if they didn't deserve to be in these big hospitals, that the poor have no place in these big hospitals who got the benefits of free land because they were going to give 20% reservation in beds to the poor.
Well, let me tell you, Rajdeep, this is a pathetic situation for the pathetic people of this country. These corporate people are taking us all for a ride. Not only in the land allotment, they are asked to provide 20% free beds. Most of these corporate hospitals have got postgraduate training program through National Board of Examination. And the first condition is they must have 30% free beds. Only then they will be provided with, they will be allowed to hold those training programs.
Right.
Not only that, the third thing is very important. They import equipments and instruments and they get the relief on custom and excise on the basis that they are importing it for research and all that.
Okay, point taken.
We all know what they are doing.
No, but point taken. The fact is that the private healthcare industry is growing, Devi Prasad Shetty, in this country. India needs more hospital beds. India needs more hospitals. But the fact is, you can't have hospitals only for the rich and the affluent. Where do the poor go if private hospitals do not adhere to these basic commitments that they give when they get this land?
Well, Rajdeep, let me come here before Dr. Devi Shetty comes.
Yes, quickly.
I mean, I don't understand why people talk of High Court and Supreme Court when the government is fully empowered to take action against these people, and they are not taking action anywhere whatsoever.
Dr. Shetty, your response?
See, Rajdeep, this controversy has been going on for last 10 years. Whatever the terms and conditions you have with the private hospital, corporate hospital, it cannot be implemented. So we have to change the terms and conditions. It's very simple. All government needs is one cell where all the poor people approach, and this cell refers patients to respective corporate hospitals. And there is no way they can refuse. And you implement it, and there won't be any problem like this.
Are you saying it's just an hospital administration problem, or is it simply that doctors today, hospitals have become money-making exercises, private hospitals, where there is no place for poor and free beds? The idea of a free bed only exists on paper.
See, Rajdeep, the situation in Delhi is different. It's a very, very expensive place to have any healthcare. We are privileged to be in Bangalore, where our cost of healthcare delivery is much less than what it is in Delhi. Each bed is very expensive. The salary structure is different. So they are also under pressure, but I'm not defending them. All I am trying to say is that if they are committed to give certain percentage of treatment free, if they are not complying with that, government has to change the terms.
Okay.
And they have every right to force them to accept it.
Okay, Sriram Khanna, you've heard from three leading doctors. Your response is a consumer voice. Is this what you fear? This expose really exposes what we always feared is happening in private hospitals.
This issue about free service to poor patients has been doing the rounds of courts for a number of years. And that is because the central government has failed and the state government has failed to actually discipline these hospitals. And that is why the matter went to court. Now let's understand. Corporate hospitals are there for money. They are looking at return on investment. They are looking at maximizing money. And wherever the expenditure is more and income is less, there is pressure on all the levels of management, including doctors, to shoo away patients. That is the way it works.
So if you're below poverty line, you believe that you don't have a place in a private hospital today?
I'm afraid that is what it looks like, because our government is not able to discipline these corporate honchos.
But you've got someone like Dr. Shetty. Dr. Shetty, you run a role model institute in your hospital in Bangalore. What is it? Is it simply the ethical standards that have to be higher? Why is it that you can do it so successfully in Bangalore and we can't see it in the national capital? Why is it that private hospitals here seem to have become pure money-making exercises?
See, the situation in Delhi, Rajdeep, is mainly because there is an acute shortage of beds. There are very few beds, so naturally there is a great demand. Place like Delhi requires at least 50,000 beds. You create that many beds, automatically the cost of healthcare will come down significantly. You don't need rules and regulation. These are the economic realities. Market forces will decide. When there is a shortage, there is no way you can make them follow the rules.
Are you saying is it a shortage of beds? Because in those stories we've seen that in an Escorts and a Fortis there were free beds available.
No, yes. What he's saying is at the macro level.
Yes.
That if the total supply of medical service as determined, counted by number of beds available, goes up, the problem will ease itself. Now, right now, there may be those 10 beds in a particular hospital vacant, but every patient admitted means money being spent out of the pocket of the hospital, which it doesn't want to spend.
So the economics of a hospital today militate against the poor. The poor simply do not have a place in the economics of a hospital.
That means either you bring in models like Dr. Shetty's model, where you insure a large number of people, make them pay a premium, and then they can go to any private hospital, based on state-regulated mandatory procedures run in the private hospitals.
I want to get quick responses from Ajay Kumar and Dr. Agarwal. Dr. Ajay Kumar, what is the message you'd like to send to doctors today who work in some of the country's top private hospitals?
Unfortunately, it is not the doctors who are running the roost in the corporate hospitals. It is profit, as Mr. Khanna has rightly said, it is investment and profit. Healthcare is not a hospital for treating the patients. It is healthcare industry they are talking these days.
Okay, point taken. It's a healthcare industry.
Dr. Devi Shetty is talking about Bangalore. I do agree with him, but what about Chennai? I went for an inspection in a corporate hospital, and I wrote there that they don't have even a single free bed. They bypassed my inspection and got themselves recognized for training in their hospital. Okay. I mean, these are the things happening day in and day out.
So it's happening across the country. Dr. Agarwal, this is not a problem restricted to Delhi. It's happening. Is it just the ethical standards of doctors have changed, that the self-image of a doctor has changed? He wants to make profits today. It's not about treating the poor and the needy.
In any private hospital, doctors are the least paid. Let's not go back with the message, doctors are earning money. It's a corporate house which are earning money. Okay. As far as the answer to this solution is concerned, make insurance compulsory. And those who are BPL, let the government pay for their insurance.
Okay.
As you do not allow a car or a vehicle to go on the road without insurance, how are you allowing the human body to go without insurance. Make insurance compulsory. Everybody will be insured, and those who can't, let the government pay for their insurance. And once they are insured, every corporate hospital will take them.
Final word to you, Dr. Shetty. What's the solution?
The solution is Delhi government is in the process of launching the health insurance. They have a very, very passionate health ministry, and I'm sure they will succeed. And this incident, which has been highlighted by your TV channel, will expedite the whole process, I'm sure. And it's a matter of time before all the BPL card holders will have a health insurance, so they can walk into any corporate hospital with dignity.
Okay, for final word.
I support what is being said.
Yes.
Make it compulsory insurance for the BPL. Let government pay the part of the insurance money. Let those who can afford pay a little. And it should be mandatory for every private hospital to serve these customers. And we also need a regulatory authority which will lay down standard norms of costs for standard operating procedures and services.
Okay,
because these guys are manipulating prices as well. It's not only
point
that.
taken. You know, this is raising serious issues. It is an investigation which has been done to ensure that India's poor get the same rights as India's rich when it comes to healthcare. Mr. Khanna, Dr. Shetty, Dr. Agarwal, Dr. Ajay Kumar, thank you very much for joining us here on India at 9. Up next, our other day's top stories. The Indian ambassador is frisked by US airport security, all because she was wearing